Friends, patriots, and fellow Americans, welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host, Charlie, the country conservative. Here we stand at a crossroads, a moment where the very soul of our nation hangs in the balance. For far too long, we've witnessed the erosion of the values that made America the greatest country on earth. The last 4 years have been a stark reminder of what happens when radical ideologies take hold. When open border policies replace secure ones, when agendas stifle free speech, and when economic policies crush the American workers. But there's a light shining through the darkness, a beacon of hope, a fighter who refuses to back down, President Trump. Despite relentless attacks and the constant barrage of false narratives, remains steadfast in his commitment to saving America. He's fighting for our families, for our freedoms, and for the very principles upon which this nation was founded. He understands that America First isn't just a slogan, it's a necessity. And the Democrats, on the other hand, continue their relentless pursuit of their socialist agenda, pushing policies that dismantle our institutions and divide our people. They seek to rewrite our history, silence our voices, and replace our cherished traditions with radical ideologies. They are not building back better. They are tearing down the very foundation of our republic. Today, we're not just talking politics. We're talking about the future of our country. We're talking about the legacy we leave for our children and grandchildren. We're talking about the fight to preserve the American dream. So join me as we dive into the heart of the issues, as we explore the conservative viewpoint, and as we stand together for the America we love. Let's make our voices heard on the show. So, and with that being said, guys, let's get this show started. The show begins now. What is going on, everyone? How is everyone tonight? Hi, Sean over there, Getter. Let's put that up out of my way. How is everyone tonight? Got a lot going on tonight, guys. Busy day, been rainy day. So it's like, I hate rainy days because it makes me tired. It's been raining almost all freaking day long, steady downpouring and stuff. And it's just dreary, and makes you tired. That's for sure. So I'm glad everybody's tuned in tonight. We've got Rumble over here. We've got a few people on Rumble right now. I want to give a shout out to Getter and to Facebook, YouTube, X. We got a couple people in there right now. We got everybody. Make sure you guys say hi to me so I know you're in there. If you want, throw out your state so we can acknowledge where you're from. We love hearing people from new states. Because we've got Texas, we've got Louisiana, we've got even out of country. We've got the UK, we've got Scotland, we've got Scandinavia. Oh, yeah, guys, we've got them from everywhere on here. We had Maryland, we got Georgia, we got Florida. We've got them all. We got PA rocking the house. We got everyone. So make sure you give me a shout out on there and let me know what states you guys are from. And anyone new to the show, welcome. We're glad you're here. Don't forget, you guys got time to get your name in for another drawing. So all you got to do is be watching the show when I draw the names. Hi, Shell. And send me your name to conservativeviewpoint@yahoo.com. Get it in there. We do a weekly drawing. This week is this shirt back behind me over here. And that's what you win. But you got to be watching. That's the only stipulation. You got to be watching when I draw your name. When I draw your name, I'll email you back. You send me your address. You got a shirt and some other stuff coming at you. So get your name in quickly because you only got a couple days left. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. You'll never know. Got to be watching to win. All right, guys. If you need it again, my address is in the ticker below. Just take a look at that, and you'll see everywhere that I'm streaming to. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, everything that you can do for me, guys. If you share my videos out to people, then they'll watch them. They'll come in, and we can hit the 2,000 viewers that I want to hit. We're not far from it, guys. So I got to ask you, everybody get in there and share this stuff out for me. Let's hit 2,000. I'm only a few hundred away, so let's hit it up, man. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up. and hit me that Rumble and Rumble, and that'll be very much appreciated. So let's get going. I had a couple beers, a little slow now. That's okay, Shell. That's great to have. I wish I would have had some, but that would have put me to sleep right now. All right, let's give a shout out to the one, the only Wimpkin.com. If you haven't done it yet, WIMKIN.com. We got some great people in chat. Download the app, try it out. Join us in chat. You guys will have a blast. If not there, Getter. Getter's a great place too. We got a lot of people that watches us on Getter. Join us in chat, and you guys will have a blast. Wimpkin, social-free, censor-free site. You will not get censored on it. You can tell me to kiss my ass or kiss your ass, and you won't get censored for it. So come try it out. Let's give a shout out to all the great people in Wimpkin right now. We've got Gregory over here. Gregory just went live. And if you haven't watched it, go back and check Gregory Allen Kearns Jr. out. Check his live streams out. He just went live for a little while. I was on there too, watching that. And Vic's show, Violent Vixen 29, has Rebel Chicks with a Cause. Great show, great information. You guys don't want to miss it. So look her up wherever you're streaming at. Look her up. Violent Vixen 29. Check out the Rebel Chicks with a Cause. Started at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. right before me. You guys will love it. Trust me. Get her done. All right, Beerback Roads, what's going on? Nice to see you. Let's give a shout out. There's Gregory. Lee, what up, Lee? Up, Tammy. I'll be cutting out a bit early. Jeff S. game tonight. Up. There we go. Hockey night tonight in Texas. Well, thank you for stopping by, Tammy. You know I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. We got Mark from the UK. Right there he is, man. There's the Mark from the UK. He's awesome. William Brown. What's happening? There's my namesake right there. Sean. Holy shit, Sean. What's going on, Sean? John M. Aaron. Welcome. Arizona in the house right there. KKK. Katie Hobbs. That tramp herself. All right, Aaron. There we go. There's Aaron. We got Sean. There we go. William Brown. We saw that. Oh, yeah, guys. Welcome to the show. We got a lot going on. I've added a few things, and I got some breaking news for you right now. Musk officially steps down from Doge after wrapping work streamlining government. Musk was hired as a special government employee, which only permits 130 days of employment. So Musk is beginning the process of stepping down from his role ahead of the State Department and government efficiency. The Tesla and SpaceX CEO, which they had a blow up on one of his ships, I think it was today or yesterday. An unfortunate accident right there, guys. But on Wednesday night, that his time as special government employee is coming to an end, and thank President Trump for the opportunity to cut down on wasteful spending, which he has done. So like I said, this just came out not long ago. Let me see if I can see, but it just came out 8:45, 15 minutes ago, guys. So you heard it here second, because I heard it first. You heard it here second, right on the conservative viewpoint. Now Musk is ending his time at the government. I hope they will continue to cut down on the waste and shut these piece of shit Democrats down, period. Rowdy, what's up? And Getter. We got some Getter going on in there. Excuse me, the failures were planned and learned. Yes. Yeah, Arizona here. Oh, right there. Look at that. We got Arizona reckoning in this house, man. Here on Wimpkin, let's get ready to rumble. Doesn't mean watching videos on a foreign video site. Yeah, exactly, Sean. On Rumble, Sean. Or no, Sean's on Wimpkin over here. We got Getter Sean over here. We got Sean over here. We got him everywhere. That's great. All right. What else we got going on? Trump claims Canada's considering offer a free Golden Dome in exchange for becoming the 51st state. What do you think it's going to happen, guys? Yes or no? Think it's going to happen or no? Canada is not for sale, Canada Prime Minister Mark previously told Trump. But Canada is considering giving up its statehood in exchange for protection by the proposed Golden Dome missile defense system at no cost, despite government officials repeatedly stating that the government is not for sale, or the country is not for sale. I told Canada, which is very wants to be part of the fabulous Golden Dome system, it will cost $61 billion if they remain separate but unequal nation, but will be cost $0 if they become the cherished 51st state, Trump wrote on Truth Social. They are considering the offer, he claims. What do you guys think? You think it'll happen? 1500 Pennsylvania already have said he. Absolutely, Gregory thinks so. For every accident that SpaceX has, they make corrections. They actually like failed flights. Well, yeah, it teaches them a lesson. So that's what happened. But there's the two I just put in there. All right, let's get going, guys, because we got a lot going on. And I want to get through these because that's a lot. Hi, Vic on X. Welcome, everyone. Anyone else on X, don't forget to give me a shout out and say hi so I know you're there. I'm trying to break 2,000 today. We are all corp. Yeah. Beerback Road said that. All right. The Marxist government of Canada will have no choice. Hey, that's benefit them, benefit us. We'll see what happens. All right, here we go. Trump rages at Biden and judges in all caps holiday message. Happy Memorial Day to all, including the scum. Well, you know, I'm saying they don't need to say happy Memorial Day. It's just Memorial Day. It's not happy for the lost ones that we have. That gave their lives for us. But anyways, the point I'm making here is I'm so sick of these people. Somebody made up this thing that all caps means you're yelling. Well, guess what? I use all caps for what reason? Because it catches your attention. And it caught these people's attention. Didn't it not? They most definitely did. So I'm so sick and tired of hearing these people talk about this in all caps. Oh, my God. These people are freaking out. Now, let me see if this is what I'm going to show you. I think it is. So I can't.
President Trump blasted out a fiery Memorial Day message first thing Monday, ripping the scum Biden administration for allowing scores of violent illegal migrants into the United States. Happy Memorial Day to all, including the scum that spent the last 4 years trying to destroy our country through warped radical left minds, he raged in a lengthy all-caps Truth Social post. The commander-in-chief blasted the prior administration for its open border policy put in place by an incompetent president. His holiday greeting also took aim at the judges who are on a mission to keep murderers, drug dealers, rapists, gang members, and released prisoners from all over the world in our country so they can commit crimes again. All protected by these USA-hating judges who suffer from an ideology that is sick and very dangerous for our country, he said. Fear not, we have made great progress over the last 4 months, and America will soon be safe and great again. Again, happy Memorial Day and God bless America, he added.
Now, these crybabies want to make a big deal out of all caps. I don't give a shit who made that up. If somebody made it up with all caps, I do it for the attention part so people can see you and it stands out, and it's pissed a lot of people off, and I really don't care, and they're going to cry about this. These people will cry about anything Trump does except for exactly Shell, fuck them all. Yep, all but six got to be pallbearers. All right, the only ones that not bitching are the Gold Star mothers. Gold Star mother to Newsmax. President Trump cares about our troops. And this is what you've heard from the Democrats this whole time. Trump doesn't give a shit about them troops. He called them suckers and losers, which he did not. Take a listen.
What's your reaction to those words, especially through the lens of your son, who signed up when he could have done all those other things that President Trump was mentioning in that speech?
Well, President Trump is correct. Our men and women who are the 1% of this nation truly give up so much to serve. And so those who have given up completely by giving their lives to this nation, well done. Well done. Thank you.
What do you make of the president's first 4 months of his America First agenda, especially when it comes to our military? What Secretary of Defense Hegseth wants to do with our military, this renewed focus on war fighting without a lot of the other extraneous noise, let's say.
I hope they hear this morning. We have your back. The majority of Americans understand that you are on a mission and we're right with you. Keep moving forward.
There you go, right there. So oh, no, Trump hates everybody. These mothers would not say that if it weren't true. They know Biden was well, I'll bet you it wasn't Biden, but he was the one in charge there, and they're pissed at him. They let their boys die, and that's what happens. Well, so a little better news. The VA greets veterans with good news on this Memorial Day with 10 new medical facilities. Facilities have been set up in states including Texas, Virginia, New York, Montana, and another is soon opening in New Hampshire. The VA backlog in cases have reportedly been down 25% since Trump took office, that's a good thing because the VAs need the help so bad it's unreal. From personal experience, family member, alcoholic, went to the VA to get some help, and it took me 2 months to get him into a halfway house to sober him up. I finally got him in. I don't know if it was 2 or 3 weeks later. He called and said, come pick me up. I said, okay, you done? He says, yep. So I went, I picked him up. He looked good, but looked pretty much the same. To find out, they did drugs and drank the whole time in the halfway house. So he came back. He was still doing the same old thing. So he started coughing up blood. I called the VA back in Pittsburgh, and told him I needed him back in immediately. They said, we'll call you back. We don't have an opening for him. He died a week later. That's what the VA does to our veterans. They don't give two shits about him. You're another number, just like me with the state government. They don't give a shit about us. They just want to throw you aside. You're just another number. That's all it is. This is a good thing, though. 10 more hospitals, 10 more facilities have been opening up. They need more. They need to get these guys in there and get them the help they need. They don't need to be on the streets living. They need the help. These are the people that gave us, and why we're here today. Why we're able to put shows on like this is because of these people. Because they are the ones that are fighting for the freedoms that we have today. And they're treated like shit. We got to do everything we can for them and everyone else. If I wanted to open a little small house village for veterans, of homeless veterans, and I just don't know where to begin. I need to reach out to some of the politicians to find out how I can do it, how I can go about doing that and this at the same time, and get that done. I know I get some of you guys out there to help me. I guarantee I can. If I can get something started, we'll see what happens if I can do this or not. I'm getting a little old and too broke to be doing all this stuff, but not broke. My body's broke. But it's crazy. You don't drink anymore, Sean? I don't drink anymore today. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. No, not till the weekend. But anyway, okay, we're going to keep going because we got a lot to go over right there. All right, what do we got? Trump administration asked the SCOTUS to authorize rapid migrant deportations to countries other than their own. That's what we're going to see what happens, and we'll see what they say. Why they're listening to them, I don't know why, but they are. Anyways, we're going to keep going. Border Patrol dismantles cartel scouting base near Ajo arrest in Arizona in ongoing smuggling crackdown. And I think I have it here. Take a look.
In our Border Watch, shutting down scouting sites in Arizona. It's an effort the Border Patrol Tucson sector is putting at the forefront to thwart smuggling in our state. I spoke with the chief patrol agent about a big mission this month and the work agents are doing to curb illegal activity. On a mountaintop 60 miles north of the border, Special Operations Border Patrol agents drop from a helicopter to rough terrain. On the ground, this is what they found, a scouting base.
It's a big win for us. And again, taking away the operational advantage from the cartel and giving it back to ourselves.
Tucson Sector Chief Sean McGoffin says perches like these are used by cartel operatives to keep track of law enforcement movements and run drugs and human smuggling operations.
Because when we go in on these individuals, we don't know if they're armed. We don't know what they're willing to do or how they're going to act. So we need to do it fast, but we got to do it safely where we can protect our agents.
During the mission just west of Ajo earlier this month, agents dismantled the scouting base and arrested 2 men from Mexico who had previously been deported. Both face smuggling, conspiracy, and immigration charges, but McGoffin says this is just one of many mountaintop perches. How many?
Gotta get them out of there. But you guys, you've never seen this much stuff the last 4 years, have you? They didn't do anything about getting this. And how many they've gotten so far? But you got judges like this that's putting ICE in danger. Federal judge denies putting ICE agents at risk. A federal judge appointed by former piece of shit judge of Joe Biden denied that President Trump's claim that his ruling is giving 8 individuals time to contest deportation to South Sudan, put immigration and customs enforcement at risk. And it most definitely have these worthless ass judges. And how many times have we talked about them guys? So many I can't even remember. Exactly, she needs arrested. Katie Hobbs needs arrested, Shell said. I agree 1,000%. That's for sure. We got another one. ICE arrests illegal Mexican migrant criminal for allegedly threatening to assassinate Trump in a letter. The man, identified as 54-year-old Ramon Morales Reyes, allegedly handed a note with a threat to an intelligence officer the day before his arrest, where he vowed to shoot the president before deporting himself back to Mexico. Why did it take a day to arrest this guy? He handed it to an intelligence officer. He should have opened it immediately and arrested him right on the spot. But they had to arrest him the next day? What the hell is wrong with these people? Oh, my God. Isn't that crazy or what? These are some of the new stuff that I added as I was watching Vic's show and watching Gregory on his show at the same time. Stephen Miller and Noam are pressing ICE to arrest 3,000 criminals a day. You heard me right. They want 3,000 arrests per day. Yeah, get her done. You got that right, boy. I want to see that happen. Oh, now this one is great right here. Remember AOC and she was telling Tom Homan, if you touch one person's Democrats, they'll be held to pay. Remember that? Tom Homan taunts AOC after DOJ indicts Democrat Representative LaMonica McGill or whatever it is. I want you to take a listen to what he has to say.
Tom, I can hear them now, the caterwauling from the open borders crowd saying, how dare you try to weaponize a prosecutorial arm of our government to go after local officials doing their local business. And you say?
Well, remember, just a couple weeks ago, AOC went on social media saying if we put a finger on any of her co-workers, Congress people that were at our Newark facility, there'd be consequences. Well, guess what? We did it. I'm waiting on the consequences. But, you know, the mayor's no different. Look, I've said from day one, you can not cooperate with ICE if that's what you want to do, but you can't get in our way and you can't impede our efforts, or you cross that line, we'll seek prosecution. As far as the belonging fund that he's supporting, I have my own belonging fund. We can give housing, food, and free medical care in ICE detention. And that's exactly what we're going to do in Nashville. We're going to flood the zone with agents, multi-agency, FBI, DEA, ICE, U.S. Marshals, and we're going to flood the zone.
You heard that. I didn't even listen to the whole thing. I just threw it in there real fast. That was one that I just added. But I hope he nails her to the wall. But John M. said his son was working with Border Patrol the other night, and he caught an Iranian. Iranians coming over here, too. These people are terrorists. And because of the Biden administration, of course, we're down to just a couple hundred here every other so many often days. But I'm glad they caught him, John. That's great. Great job on that. My son said when he found out he was from Iran, he looked at him and said, you ran, I ran. And we all ran. He said he pissed that guy off. Good for him. I'm glad he said that. That's awesome, John. AOC was telling illegals how to evade ICE, but she's still free as a bird. Exactly, Mark. Her ass needs to be in jail. All right. Let's keep going because we're going to get out of staying here. What do we got? What they are in Mexico in the raid Z. Oh my God, beer back road. Have you had beer today? I can't read that. All right, here we go. Next article is ICE conducts migrant raids 20 minutes from Obama's house. Oh yes, in Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard. Federal immigration authorities raided locations Tuesday on Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts, roughly 20 minutes away from the home of Barack Hussein Obama, the illegal son of a bitch president right there. Officers with ICE Boston and agents in the FBI Boston, DEA, New England, and ATF Boston arrested around 40 aliens, criminals, offenders on the two islands, including a documented member of the notorious MS-13 street gang and at least one child sex offender. Go get him, go get him out of here. Bury them all. Get them the hell out of here. That's awesome, guys. You never heard this in 4 years of the Biden administration. Arrested anybody and not this kind of amount. You never heard nothing from them because they were definitely not transparent. Here we go now with when we were talking about AOC and you know how much of a bitch she is, right? And she's dumb as hell. She makes Kamala Harris look smart. AOC fundraising on trying to abolish ICE amid Trump's crackdown on illegal immigration. Of course, here they go. They're going to try their lies and try feeding their sheep with all this stuff that ICE is bad, ICE is not good, ICE is removing criminals out of our country. Here we go with the dumbass like her, and we'll probably hear more about this here soon. I didn't get a chance to go get any videos on this twit, but it'll be coming with her and bumpkin Bernie Sanders. You know this shit's going to hit the fan here shortly, and it's just ridiculous. But we will get to more down onto that. He needs to come back to Wimpkin. Yeah, MAGA, yeah, he hasn't been back on here for a while. He said he was leaving for a while. I haven't seen him or heard from him at all. We'll see what happens with that. Who got off on that? Just saying. So, okay. All right. A new Rasmussen poll. Get this one, guys. You'll want to listen up for this one. Rasmussen poll finds U.S. is in uncharted territories after 48% of Americans believe U.S. is on the right track. Let's hear it from Trump himself.
Great spirit in the United States right now. A brand new poll from Rasmussen just showed that the number of Americans who believe the nation is on the right track, they have a right track, wrong track, is now the highest in over 20 years. And it hasn't been anything like this because for many years it was the wrong track. And I can tell you for the last 4 years it was definitely the wrong track. But it's the highest it's been in many, many years.
Got that right. And it's just going to continue to go up. But I just can't believe it's that low. Everyone in this country should feel that it's going on. Who's polling whom? All right, I got you right there. Let's see. Trump's approval rating outlined among U.S. adults from May 23rd to May 26th. 40% approved of the job he was doing. According to the Newsmax, the result publication reflected a 2-month high in polling. Conversely, Rasmussen has Trump at a 50 to 51 approval rating for Memorial Day weekend. So it was all adults they approved. They didn't give it a C. Blah, 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 blah. It doesn't. Okay. The YouGov Economist poll surveyed 1,660 respondents and had a margin of error of 3.2% in percentage points. So there you go with that. AOC and Kamala would try to take guns by force. Oh, yeah, they've talked about that too. The House Republicans are trying to lose. Yes, they are, Sean. We don't get this bill passed, they will lose. They will be primaried out in November. It's you can't say they won't be. That's for sure. All right, Pentagon rolls out a powerful new ad. I hope you guys didn't see this yet, but I got you. A new ad promoting peace through strength, and it ends to woke policies. Take a look, guys.
No more distractions. No more electric tanks. No more gender confusion. No more climate change worship. we are laser focused on our mission of warfighting.
We will measure our success not only by the battles we win, but also by the wars we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into. It's called peace through strength.
You look into the eyes of these young Americans who are giving up the best years of their life in a uniform to serve their nation. They are incredible.
Through our power and might, we will lead the world to peace. Our friends will respect us, our enemies will fear us, and the whole world will admire the unrivaled greatness of the United States military. We will replenish the pride of our armed forces, end the recruitment crisis.
We don't fight because we hate what's in front of us. We fight because we love what's behind us.
God bless you. God bless our armed forces. God bless our men and women serving overseas. And God bless the United States of America.
I love the video. I don't know about you guys. I think it was a kick-ass video. What do you guys think? Huh? An armed society is a civil and respected society. Exactly, Shell. As long as Thune and Johnson decide who gets funded, we are screwed. Yes, we are, Sean. Need a new Patriot Party. That's for sure. We got to do something. We got to get this bill's got to pass, or we're talking a $4 trillion Biden tax hike. Got to let people know that. That's what's going to happen if this bill doesn't pass. But we'll see what happens here, hopefully soon. All right, next thing. Bongino announces review of 3 unsolved mysteries: White House cocaine, SCOTUS leak on Roe v. Wade, and January 6th pipe bomb. So they're supposed to be getting down to it. We want to see some proof of this, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll happen soon, and we'll see what happens, because we're getting some results from them, but not a lot. And they keep backtracking on stuff, but we got to see what's going to happen. We got to see results. That's what we want to see. Biden race-based loan program hurt white farmers. And this is a fact with this. So let me find this here. I want you to take a listen to this real quick.
President Trump is not quiet about his criticism of the Biden administration. In fact, he's usually quite the opposite. There is arguably, however, nothing quite as harsh as Trump's anger over Biden's DEI policies. Well, in a News Nation exclusive, senior national correspondent Brian Entin spoke to a manager at the Federal Farm Bureau who was blowing the whistle. He says a Biden-era law appears to be helping all farmers, but in reality is only helping some. And he showed us the documents to prove it.
When former President Joe Biden left Washington, D.C., he was leaving behind a DEI secret involving American farmers and $800 million in taxpayer money. And a United States Department of Agriculture whistleblower is now sounding the alarm.
It was to pay off anyone who wasn't a white male's loan. That was the only qualification for this loan forgiveness.
And what was the reaction?
So it was really silent. They were trying to keep this hushed because of the obvious implications of race-based loan forgiveness.
Race-based loan forgiveness. It's in black and white, buried in the American Rescue Plan Act. The United States Secretary of Agriculture shall provide a payment in an amount up to 120% of the outstanding indebtedness of each socially disadvantaged farmer or rancher. The act explicitly lays out who's considered socially disadvantaged.
So just to be clear, if you were American Indian, Alaskan Native, Asian Black, African American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander, Hispanic, or Latino, and you were in that group, you were told you didn't have to pay your bills, essentially?
Yes, that's correct, and that your loan would be forgiven up to 120% of the loan value.
To me, it was just...
You see this, guys? That not racist or what? This is another thing, just like the student loan forgiveness shit that we get stuck with. Same way with this. 120% of your loan will be forgiven. So that means they're going to give them more money back to them. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? It's no wonder he's shutting it down. Should have shut that down a long time ago. Now, Gregory says any legitimate legal immigrant within the United States only remain within the country should be they obey the laws of the country. Those who are within the country illegally are not permitted to be within the United States, period. End of story. There's no exception. Agreed, totally. But you know what the problem is? That fake Mexican Beto is trying to run again. I saw that, Sean. I feel so bad for Texas. Man, you guys got to knock that shit out quick. But they were talking about Trump removing Venezuelans. Now they're allowed. And I said, great, that's awesome. This was on Newsbreak. So I made the comment on there. So this girl come back here. What do you mean, great? I'm an American. My family's American. And you're saying great to this? And I said, well, if you're a legal American citizen, you don't have to worry about it now, do you? And she didn't say a word after that. She's crying because illegal Venezuelans are getting deported. And she's saying she's an American citizen and she's worried and she's afraid. What the hell are you afraid of? If you're an American citizen, you don't go nowhere. And you won't go anywhere. Not because you're Venezuelan, you dumbasses. This is what you get from these idiot, liberal, stupid people. They don't even understand. They don't listen. They listen to the idiots that are like The View and the fake news media. That's so pathetic. It's unbelievable. All right. What else we got here? Let me see this one here. Let's get rid of this one because I'll play it again. I know I will. They're losing their own voters to Trump. The latest polls take surprising turn for Democrat voters. Democrat voters are jumping ship. The poll was taken on May 18th to the 20th and had a margin of error of 3.1%. And let me find it here. Let's see if it shows that 27% of whom approve of his work. That's up 5%. These people are jumping ship, and they can see why. Let me see if I had it over here or what. Which one do I have? I was denied. Let me make sure I don't delete that one. Oh, okay. It's coming up here shortly. All right, judge, another corrupt judge, blocks Trump from cutting New York funds over congestion traffic pricing. When's this is going to be enough of listening to these pathetic-ass judges trying to stop everything that Trump does? This is holding us up. This is what's keeping everything from going through the correct way. You've got this issue, Charlie, in every single sector within the United States pertaining to illegal CMV operators. Oh, I'm sure about that, Gregory. But these judges need stopped. They need put in their place or removed from the bench, one or the other. This should not be. You never heard one judge, and with this Republican Party, that's so pathetic. You didn't hear one thing about this. Why didn't they do this to Biden and the Democrats or whoever was running the Biden White House last 4 years? Why didn't we see all these lawsuits going up against them then? We didn't see a damn thing. Guess what? We're not seeing anything now either, are we? Useless Republicans in these houses, not the administration. They're doing their jobs, but these freaking worthless committee members aren't doing shit. And I think it's a reason for that. What do you guys think? No, we don't have no reps in Congress. That's right, Sean. No. I follow politics very closely. I'll keep you posted next week. Midterms incoming, and I won't let anyone forget whom to vote against. Exactly, Sean. Put it out there so I can put it out there to them too, and we make sure we'll get more Texas people in the house. We get everybody here to share it with you. Arizona people like Shell and everybody else, we will get it out. We make sure people know who to vote for and who to vote out. Simple as that. All right, what else we got here? Let me see what else I got here on this thing. Oh, yeah, this is funny. This idiot Democrat fighting for illegal criminals. Garcia, the idiot was sent to El Salvador into that prison, and these Democrats keep fighting for it. This crybaby idiot went all the way to El Salvador to be turned around and say, get the hell out of here. You're not seeing him. So he wants to sit there and whine and cry. We came all the way here and couldn't let me see him. Oh, boo-hoo. This is what we're talking about when it comes to the Democrats. They fight for illegals. They're fighting to destroy this country and to continue to ruin this country, what they've done in the past 4 years. Take a look.
I'm the congressman that represents Tomar. I came all the way down from the United States after we'd contacted their ambassador, after we'd made formal requests to our ambassador to the El Salvadoran government. And we came here to visit him today. And now they're telling us we got to go all the way back to El Salvador, to San Salvador to get a permit. That's ridiculous. We ought to have a chance to come in and visit. They knew we were coming. They knew why we were coming. And they know we have the right to do this. So they need to just cut the crap. Let us get in there and have a chance to see him and talk with him. We got his lawyer here. We got somebody from the unions here to talk with him. Let us in. Stop playing games. Let us have a chance to talk with him.
Yeah, you saw that, the crybaby. It won't let us in. My panties are in a bunch. I want to see him. You don't fight for Americans like that. This is so pathetic, guys. Yes, ballless, dickless piece of shit. Thank you, Shell. It's straight up. You got it right on the money. This is what pisses me off every time. That's why I named the show what I named the show. Trump fighting to save America, Democrats fighting to ruin it. It's exact fact of what they're doing. This is why all these lawsuits and everything that you're seeing are fighting to ruin this country. This is why we keep saying we've got to keep the Democrats out of power at the state, local, federal level, guys. It's coming right around the corner. It's got to stop. We got to stop this or we are finished. Period. That's not even just being, I'm not trying to hype stuff up. It's a fact. That's what's going to happen. If we cannot keep this control of what we have, we're done. And we need some new Republicans in these committees, somebody with some balls that can do something. Trump ramps up heat on Harvard. And here are 5 reasons the universities under their own investigation and what's going on at Harvard. One of the most prestigious schools we have. Listen to this. Number 1, hostile environment for Jewish students. Number 2, where are we at? Academic biases. Oh, yes. This is the stuff that's going on. Politically, divides are worsening up there. They have no control over the school. They are indoctrinating these kids. Admission process led to dwindling Jewish population. They're not letting Jews in now. But they're going to let all these foreigners in to keep taking our tax money, which Trump has cut it all. And lack of educational oversight. This place is pathetic. They let these kids run that university. As long as they're getting paid, they don't give a shit about these kids. None of the kids. None of them. All they care about is that money. And now it's going to stop from the government. We shouldn't have been paying for it in the first place. But that's what they're worried about. The I do not know what happened. Let's see if it pops back up. Can you guys hear me? At least? Tell me if you guys could hear me. At least you could hear me. No video, something malfunction with his feed. I don't know what happened with that, guys. So I'm hoping you guys are still there. My camo was good. Did you hear me at least? Wait a second. Let me write it. What did Charlie say should... Did you hear me the whole time? I'm trying not to. I can see you and hear you. All right, Texas John over there. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. That's crazy. But let me see what I got here. I can hear you on X. Let me go back to Wimpkin and check. I don't know what was going on, guys. It just went blank, and I went down there and looked, and it's gone. I don't know what the hell happened. That's crazy, right? All right. Let's get some videos before I got to go. We got to get some videos. Let's get down here. I got some good ones. First, we're going to get this one come from Mark here on Wimpkin. And this is David Hogg, this queer-baiting dude. DNC vice chair they need to get rid of. You went dark. You're on here now. Thank you for that show. Let's listen to him talk about the Democrats and the corruption. Take a look real quick.
So Project Veritas just released some undercover footage of David Hogg talking about DNC corruption. Listen to this.
Off the record, of course. Foundational question for me is like, how corrupt is the DNC if so many people knew, or few people knew about Biden? Well, the president of the United States.
I mean, I think the fact of the matter is the DNC is always going to be like a campaign arm of the president, ultimately. The bigger issue was like the inner circle that was around Biden. That's it.
And I can't stress to you enough.
Like Joe Biden's chief of staff, like had an enormous amount of power.
Joe Biden?
Joe Biden's chief of staff.
That was like an open secret at that point. Like, I would avoid him. Like, he was scary. What was his name? Anthony Trump. I've never seen him. Exactly. What do you mean? He's just like a shadowy, like, Wizard of Oz type figure. That's what made him so, like, I knew how he looked, but I'm like, the general public wouldn't know how this man looked. But he wielded an enormous amount of power, and I can't stress to you how much power he had at the White House.
That little weasel is the one that they are preying on that can bring this Democrat Party together. They are dumb as hell. Just like them thinking that AOC and that idiot Bernie Sanders is going to do something for them. They are a dying breed, and we need to keep them out of there. Hogg is lying. He knows nothing. He's providing a narrative. Exactly, Shell. He's a little weasel peckerhead, and they need to keep him out of here. Hi, Vic. All right, let's have some fun. Jeff Dunham and Walter on sexting. Take a look.
You know what I don't understand is why young couples today keep nude photos of themselves on their phones and then texting to each other. What the hell? When I was young and dating my wife, I never thought she's so beautiful. I'm gonna marry her. The first I'm gonna send her this picture like balls. People ask me all the time if my show is family friendly. What am I supposed to say now? It depends on your family. Well, since you've gone there, do you and your wife have a decent love life? Oh, she does things to mix it up now and then. Really? Yeah, she bought a pair of handcuffs. Really? Yeah. Like, I need another reminder that I'm serving a life sentence. Handcuffs at our age. That's like 50 Shades of Old and Gray.
That was funny right there. All right, you know, I don't like Bill Maher, but he sometimes makes some sense, and he's coming around a little bit. But wait until you listen to this. Bill Maher on the Democrats. Take a listen.
You wear Queers for Palestine t-shirts and masks 2 years after the pandemic ended. And you can't define woman, I mean person who menstruates. You're the teachers' union education party, and you've turned schools and colleges into a joke. What a shocker that the people who see everything through the lens of race and sex see their election loss as a result of racism and sexism. Kamala spent 100 days telling voters, I know it feels like crime and illegal immigration are bad, but f*** your feelings. Look at this chart. Have you seen my "In this house we believe" lawn sign? See, it says right on it, we believe in science. Right, which is why you demanded no one even debate whether COVID could have escaped from the one lab in the one city where they were studying it. How far-fetched. Democrats have become like a royal family that, because of so much incest, has unfortunately had children who are retarded.
Yeah, I don't like him very much, but he made good points right there. And American Peer is in the house. Welcome. Haven't seen you for a while. I mention you're from Scandinavia all the time. Haven't seen you. Welcome. All right, let's keep going. I am going to pull another Vic on you guys. If I had to see this, you guys have to see this. Take a look.
You and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. I can't say make love and nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and me, no matter how they toss the dice.
That was, I don't care. You guys had to see that. I had to look at that stuff, and it scared the hell out of me. Oh, yeah, you guys had to see it too. All right, one more real quick. Little Man. We got a Little Man on him. Here we go.
This is my life. It's insane. Stuff happens here. Stuff happens when I travel. Stuff happened when I took a trip recently to Brazil. I went to Brazil for the World Cup, and that was amazing. It was an unreal experience. I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. Brazil is scary, okay? It's scary, because I thought it was all like, it's not. It's scary. Like, black guys from Detroit are like, I'm going to Brazil, motherfucker. I didn't know it was scary until I applied for a Brazilian visa. Then they handed me a pamphlet. This pamphlet said, 5 easy steps to survive in Brazil. Yeah, they don't do that when you go to Italy, okay? It would be one step. Make sure you wear a helmet when you're on the scooter. Ciao. Like, that would be it. Not Brazil. Step number 1, make sure at all times you carry on you a fake wallet and a fake cell phone for when you get mugged. Key word there, when you get mugged. Not if, when. This is gonna happen. Step number 2, make sure you blend in. Try not to stand out in any way. Blend. This does not blend, okay? I am the world's largest keychain. Do you understand that? This doesn't, the only way I'm blending is if I get off the airplane, there's 500 of my people going, that's it. So I go to Brazil, and I got mugged. I did. Yeah, I got mugged. I got mugged after the USA-Germany game. I watched the game. I go out to the corner, my friends say, hey Brad, we're gonna go get a cab, wait here, we'll bring the cab to you. I say, fantastic. I'm waiting there, all of a sudden, something long and hard jams into me, and at first I'm kind of like, ooh, somebody liked me. If I look over, nope, that's a gun, and the guy goes, wallet, phone, now! But then I realized, I read the pamphlet. I have a fake wallet and a fake phone on me. I'm almost excited to be mugged. I'm like, oh my God, I've trained for this. I hand him the fake wallet, the fake phone. He takes it. He runs away. My friends see what happened. They run up to me very concerned. Brad, oh my God, are you okay? We saw what happened. Are you hurt? I'm laughing the entire time. They're like, Brad, why are you laughing? I'm like, because I read the pamphlet. I gave him the fake wallet and the fake phone. And 3 days before I came to Brazil, I was really bored. I took the fake phone. I took about 38 pictures of my dick. I did. I was bored one day. I'm like, click, 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 click. I got it. Now I'm just picturing this guy going home. I got a cell phone. I got a thing. What the fuck? Why does a dwarf have a bigger dick than me? America.
That was funny right there, guys. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in tonight, guys. You're awesome. We had some great conversations going in here. This hour goes by really fast. William Brown, thank you for stopping by. Good night, Tammy. Good night, everyone. I appreciate you guys stopping by. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share everything that you can. Don't forget to get your names in for the drawing, either tomorrow or Friday. You don't know yet. So make sure you get your names into me. Email me at theconservativeviewpoint@yahoo.com. Get it in so you can get in the hat for the drawing. All right, guys. With that being said, I'm going to leave you with this. And so, my fellow patriots, as we close this chapter tonight, let us remember the words of Ronald Reagan. Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. The fight before us is not easy, but it's a fight we must win. We must stand united, unwavering in our commitment to the principles that make America exceptional. We must defend our freedoms, uphold the values, and ensure that the flame of liberty burns brightly for generations to come. Let the voices of the silent majority be heard. Let the defenders of American way rise. Let us not waver in our resolve to restore the greatness of this nation. Remember, the future of America is in our hands. It is in our hands, at our hands. So go forth and be bold, be courageous. Wow. And never stop fighting for the America that we love. And don't forget to join me again tomorrow night for another powerful episode of The Conservative Viewpoint, where we will continue to dissect the issues, challenge the narratives, and stand strong for the conservative values that define us. So until then, God bless you. God bless the United States of America. I will see you back here live tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after the Rebel Chick Would It Cause, starting at 7 p.m., right before me. So until then, guys, like always, have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you back here live tomorrow. Good night, everyone.